Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So I think the rapture was supposed to happen yesterday, or maybe it's today. I was a little nervous because it sort of randomly started storming in the middle of the day and it was really loud, and I was like, okay. I think that the rapture, if it did happen, as much as I loved watching the Charlie Kirk memorial, I just found it a little different that the government just so happened to put on a Christian program trying to get people to be saved and things like that, and then they were talking about this like apocalypse rapture that's gonna happen. I don't know. I just something to think about. I do think there's a big difference between the radical left and the radical right and how they handle tragedy. Because as we've seen demonstrated over the past 10 years, when liberals get mad when somebody hurts one of their own, they tend to riot in the streets and burn down cities. Okay, that's just what we've been shown. But when a tragedy happened in the conservative community, they went to church. I think there's a lot to be said about that. Okay, and I want to talk about Candace Owens. She's under a lot of criticism for how she's been talking about the Charlie Kirk topic, and I don't really care so much about that, but she made a comment that she told Charlie that he was too smart not to be Catholic or something like that. And I was like, okay, Candace, she self-proclaims to like dig deep into all this stuff, but she hasn't criticized the Catholic Church. From my understanding, perhaps her husband is Catholic, and that's why she's not doing it. And as far as like Palestine goes and stuff like that, yes, genocide is real. There is genocide being committed allegedly in Palestine. But the far left radicals made such a mockery of the whole thing that nobody's listening, okay? And I think that's by design. And Charlie Kirk himself started to question Israel and stuff like that, and then he was shot. But Candace Owens never questions, like, the Catholic Church and their history of genocide and covering up for child molesters. So, that's all I got, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.